In the hills of Pennsylvania, there's a place where the ground breathes smoke, Centralia. Once a bustling town, now its streets are empty, but the earth below is alive with fire. For over 60 years, a relentless underground blaze has consumed the town's foundations. This isn't a dramatic inferno, but a silent disaster. Steam and poisonous gas seep from cracks, and the air smells of sulfur. Nature is reclaiming the land, but scars of human activity remain. The ground is warm, a subtle warning of the heat below. Centralia's story is a lesson in how a single mistake can unleash consequences lasting generations. The fire is expected to burn for centuries, a permanent scar and a testament to a problem that grew too large to control. Centralia is more than an abandoned town. It's a living monument to environmental disaster. Here, the past isn't buried. It smoulders beneath your feet. And it all began with the coal that once brought the town prosperity. Before the fire, Centralia thrived atop vast anthracite coal seams, black diamonds that fueled its growth. Immigrants built a close-knit community, their lives revolving around the mines. The town prospered, with schools, churches, and 1,000 residents. Towering coal breakers and railroads dominated the landscape, while a labyrinth of tunnels snaked below. These tunnels, once a source of wealth, would later become the fire's perfect pathway. For generations, mining dangers were accepted as part of life. No one imagined the greatest threat would come from a slow, creeping fire beneath their feet. Centralia's end began quietly in May 1962 with a routine landfill cleanup. The town set trash ablaze in an old strip mine pit, unaware it connected to abandoned coal mines below. Embers slipped through an unsealed opening, igniting a coal seam deep underground. At first, residents noticed only foul smells and wisps of smoke. The fire, thought to be a nuisance, was actually spreading through the mine tunnels. By the time the danger was clear, the fire had a firm hold. It was no longer a surface blaze, but a subterranean inferno fueled by the very coal that built the town. The small act of burning trash had awakened a monster. The fire would prove impossible to tame. Centralia's fate was sealed by a single, careless spark. Early efforts to fight the fire failed. Excavation, trenches, and flooding the mines all proved useless. The fire's scale and the labyrinth below made it unstoppable. Toxic gases seeped into homes, and the ground grew unstable. In 1981, a boy nearly fell into a sinkhole, a stark warning of the danger below. The community was divided. Some clung to hope, others saw no choice but to leave. The cost to extinguish the fire soared to hundreds of millions, with no guarantee of success. In 1983, the government chose relocation over rescue, buying out residents and abandoning the fight. Centralia was officially surrendered to the fire. The town's war was lost, not in a dramatic battle, but in a slow, inevitable retreat. The fire would continue, unchecked, beneath the empty streets. Centralia became a casualty of its own foundations. Today, Centralia is defined by absence. Empty fields, cracked roads, and silence. The street grid remains, but nature is reclaiming the land. Fissures vent hot, sulphurous steam, the breath of the fire below. The graffiti highway once drew visitors, but even that is now buried for safety. A few residents refuse to leave, living in isolation among memories and ruins. The Assumption of the Blessed Virgin, Mary, Ukrainian Catholic Church, still stands a symbol of endurance on solid rock. The fire continues its slow, patient work, moving through the coal seams. Centralia is not a dead town, but one being actively consumed. Its decay is a living process, a reminder of the forces unleashed here. The town is a living laboratory of environmental disaster. Centralia's story is still being written in smoke and silence. Centralia's story is a universal warning, about the hidden costs of fossil fuels. The mines that brought prosperity became the vessels of destruction. The fire's legacy will last centuries, a scar on the earth and a memorial to a lost community. Centralia reminds us that our actions can have consequences far beyond our lifetimes. Around the world, other coal seam fires burn, slow disasters, often unseen. We must witness and remember places like Centralia and heed their warnings. They urge us to consider the true cost of the energy we consume. The smoke rising from Centralia is a message written in ash, a story of loss, fire, and lessons never to forget. Centralia burns on, urging us to remember what lies beneath our feet.